Hi, and welcome to Spilling the Chi on East Asian Medicine. My name is Paige Diner, and I am finishing up my doctorate at VUIM. As I study for my board exams, I've learned that I do better in remembering things by teaching them. So here's the beginning of many videos that help to explain East Asian medicine in a comprehensive yet hopefully understandable way. These videos can serve as a guide for patients, students, and practitioners as a basic review of East Asian medicine. Today we're going to talk about Yin and Yang. I remember my first day of school and they brought up Yin and Yang and I was like, what's the big deal? The big deal is it's everything. It's your life raft. It's what you do when you have a patient and you have no idea where to start. As you look at this image, you'll see a mountain with a sun and a moon. On the sunny side is Yang. It represents the lightness, the growingness, the heat. And you'll see the moon, which is the shady side, or the contracting, or the dark side. And this medicine, it's so interesting how much it combines what we see in nature and how nature mirrors our body. So you can see the concepts of yin and yang in nature and then transfer that knowledge, that internal wisdom that we all have, into this medicine. Moving from nature to the human body, you can see that people have a yin side and a yang side. But more than just giving us information about the shady side of the mountain or the front of the body, yin and yang have 5 characteristics: opposition, interdependence, interconsuming or supporting, intertransforming, and infinite divisibility that we're going to talk about in detail. So we see this opposition play out in nature. In Yang, we see fire, light, sun. We experience energy, roundness, time. In Yin, we see water, darkness, the moon, space. We see the material and matter. Yin is substance. Yang is immaterial. In medicine, we see Yang as happening on the exterior, Yin on the interior. Yang is hot, Yin is cold. Yang is excess, whereas Yin is deficiency. With Yang conditions, we see rapid changes. With Yin, we see lingering disease. If someone has a Yang condition, they often have a red face, whereas people with Yin conditions often have pale faces. When Yang's present, there's thirst. If it's mostly Yin, there's no thirst. As we look at interdependence between Yin and Yang, we realize that one can't exist without the other. In nature, Yin provides the nutrients and Yang provides the function. So if you look at a tree, the function of growing is Yang. The function of providing the nutrients is Yin. In medicine, the Yin needs the Yang organs to produce Qi and blood, and the Yang organs need the Yin organs to get their nutrients from blood and essence. Let's talk about mutual consumption. In nature, in summer, it's hot, which is Yang, and you sweat, which is Yin. In winter, it's cold, and you shiver. So the cold is Yin, the shivering is Yang. In medicine, Yin consumes Yang, full cold. Yang consumes Yin, full heat. And then you also get into empty heat and empty cold, which we'll talk about on the next slide. East Asian medicine is a medicine of balance. So you're always trying to make sure that Yin and Yang are balanced, which we would see with the 2 boxes being equal. If you have too much Yin, you get Yin excess or excess cold. If you have too much Yang, you get excess yang or excess heat. If you have deficient yang, it's less than the amount of yin. And so you get deficient cold because there's more yin, which is cold, than there is yang, which is hot. The opposite is true in yin deficiency. You have all the heat symptoms because there's a lot of heat, but it's a normal amount. There just isn't enough yin to balance it out. We're going to talk about interdependence. As you study East Asian medicine, you will learn that cycles are very important and how one thing moves into the next. But the simplest cycle is that yang will become yin and yin will become yang. If you think about a day, if you start at midnight, it's dark. There's a little bit of light and it grows and grows and grows, becoming more and more yang until you get to full yang at midday, and then you see the yang wane into yin as it becomes darker and darker. You'll see that cycle repeating and repeating. Let's see how this plays out in real life. Runners often have a slow pulse, yin, because running is such a yang activity. People who like to party, a yang activity, often wake up with hangovers, a yin response. Exterior cold is yin. As it comes into the body, it creates heat, which is yang. People with spleen yang deficiency, which is yin, there's not enough yin to balance out the yang, have a tendency to get dampness, which is yang. You can see how they play. One creates the other and one transforms into the other. Let's look at our last concept, which is infinite divisibility. You can divide things into yin and yang forever. But if you take the example of water, you could have lukewarm water, which is slightly more yang, than freezing water, which is more yin. But you could keep going on and on and on. You can do that with relationships, that the ribs are more yin than the spine. It can be divided forever. And that's helpful as you try to figure out if things are yin or yang comparatively. Thank you so much for listening. This presentation covers pages 3 through 5 of the Handbook of Oriental Medicine by H.B. Kim. I highly suggest using this book as a study guide. It has been an invaluable resource for me.